Do you have what it takes to get hired at a real trading firm? My whole 15-year career and $100 million in profits is thanks to the resources and mentorship I received at a professional trading firm called Trillium. In fact, I don't even think I would have succeeded or even gotten featured in the latest Market Wizards book were it not for working there. Environment matters, and there truly is no better place to start your career than at a true proprietary trading firm. Now that I am done trading full-time and done trading my health for wealth, I am here to give you the inside tips on how to get hired at a top trading firm. After all, for many years, I did the recruiting, interviewing, and hiring for Trillium's Chicago office. Here is how you need to think about it. Hiring decisions at a trading firm are a lot like placing a trade. Every hire involves risk. The firm doesn't know whether a candidate will become profitable, fit the culture, handle adversity, or justify the time and capital invested into them. Just like in trading, there are no guarantees. The hiring manager's goal isn't to eliminate risk. It is to find the candidates with the highest expected value. When a trading firm hires someone, they're effectively asking themselves this: given the probability this person succeeds and the magnitude of that success if they do, is this a better bet than the thousands of other applicants? So your job as a candidate is to differentiate yourself by answering the question for them of what makes you a better risk than the next candidate. If you don't have a clear answer to that question, that's the first problem you need to solve. Some examples that can impress your interviewer in the eyes of a trading firm. First of all, a legitimate trading track record that demonstrates actual skill or sustained passion. A high-level achievement in other performance-based pursuits, such as chess, video games, poker, or other environments where decision-making under uncertainty matters. Being a D1 athlete or elite competitor who has already proven they can take coaching, handle pressure, make sacrifices, and pursue excellence over many years. You want to know what didn't impress me when I was interviewing traders? Outlandish returns by someone with a 3-month track record. For the most part, I did not give much credence to performance returns in traders that had been trading only a year or two, especially if they were eye-popping returns based on options YOLOs. So often, these types of hires tended to be know-it-alls that thought they had it all figured out when in reality, they knew nothing. If I were still interviewing traders today, one area that would be appealing to me that didn't exist earlier is someone's ability to harness and maximize the use of AI. As you might imagine, AI is becoming more and more common on trading floors in an assortment of areas. Having someone that is ahead of the curve would be particularly useful to me and valuable to a trading team. Ultimately, you need to be yourself though. You can't force yourself to be something you aren't. When I was interviewing, I intentionally chose firms like Trillium or S&B Capital, rather than a firm like Jane Street or Citadel, where I wouldn't have the quantitative knowledge and background to excel. I knew that part of my strength was that I was highly competitive and a ferociously hard worker. That type of skill set is useful in discretionary trading. During my interviews, I used examples like my extremely high GPA and my entrepreneurial spirit, having started a local tutoring company in college, to show that I was a hard worker and a self-starter. So differentiation is the first step, but differentiation alone is not enough. The second challenge is communicating that differentiation. Who can convey and best prove to me that they won't quit early and that they are a great risk? It is on you to find ways to make the firm understand why you are the best risk they can take. That can happen through getting to know traders at the firm, attending events, or showing that you're willing to do more than just submit an application and hope. The reality is that many qualified candidates never get hired because they fail to communicate their strengths. Meanwhile, other candidates create opportunities because they make their value obvious. During my interview at Trillium, I passed an initial round, but I had an exploding job offer to do sales and trading with the Bank of Montreal. I wanted that Trillium job more than anything else. I explicitly communicated that and told management that I was willing to fly back out immediately to get the chance for a second round interview. Expressing that desire helped show just how dedicated I was to this career. The next question is one of fit. Trading firms all have different cultures. It is your job to consume their webpage, any of their content, and network with their traders so that you understand what makes their culture unique to them and whether you actually align with that. Faking it seems smart in the short term, but that just leads to a poor fit for both parties over the long run. The biggest fear I had when hiring candidates was whether they would stick out the learning curve. Most people just can't persevere while failing for 2 years. With just about any candidate, I wanted to see some evidence that they persevered through challenges in their life. Maybe they got rejected to a bunch of schools, or maybe they are an ultra marathon runner. I want to see struggle and the desire to push through it. Think like you are in the firm's shoes. If a firm is allocating capital, time, mentorship, technology, and management resources into a new hire, what evidence would make you want to place that bet? Then build those traits. Make sure the right people know they exist. Now, what happens if you don't get the job? If not selected, I know it's soul-crushing at the time, especially when you're younger, but I promise you, life goes on. Hiring decisions are imperfect. It does not mean you're a failure or that you won't be a great trader. It does not mean you can't apply again next year. The best thing you can do is keep on refining your craft, exhibiting passion, and improving yourself over time. And if you do, consider checking out my trading course filled with hundreds of videos and thousands of hours worth of content to fast track your career. So for all of you traders out there looking to land a job on a real trading desk, I hope this video helps you and I wish you the best of luck. If it did, hit that subscribe button and I'll see you in the next one.